It's obvious that you're very passionate about your nonprofit, Sacom. Would you give us an overview of your mission?
Yeah, so Stockholm Farms, it aims to alleviate poverty in Cambodia. And the way that we do that is through the implementation of new hydroponic farming technologies. So for a bit of context, I'm Cambodian. I was born in Cambodia and I was adopted and brought to the United States when I was, less than a year old or so. And I've always sort of wanted to go back and do some sort of development work in Cambodia. Um, and yeah, sort of like we were talking about earlier, I think for a long time it sort of felt like, well, what am I going to do? I'm one kid. I study biology. I don't know how that would possibly play a role in international development work. What am I going to do? If USAID can't do it, what am I going to do? But then I think sort of through my work at Ichosia, well, Icosia's work is essentially, our genetic engineering strategy is identifying inefficiencies in a production process and making them more efficient. That's what we do at Stockholm too. I think it's like 70% or so of Cambodia's agriculture market, or excuse me, 30% of Cambodia's economy is in agriculture. Of that, like 70% is in rice agriculture. And rice is an awful thing to grow in Cambodia. It's not a great thing to grow anywhere. But in Cambodia in particular, the land's not good for growing rice, or honestly for growing most things. So what we saw is, okay, so, oh, and also, of course, the majority of people in poverty in Cambodia also are in agriculture, working on small farms or in subsistence farming of their own. But so what we saw is, this is a country that has an economy based on agriculture, but their agriculture economy has no industrialization and is wildly inefficient. We in the United States know how to make agriculture, at least somewhat efficient, or more efficient than doing everything by hand. And by implementing these hydroponic towers, which are, I think it's like 10 times more efficient than traditional farming, what we can do is we can make so that one person grows more, sells more, and we can pay that one person exponentially more than they would make in traditional farming. I think it was very much the same mindset as building Ichosia as was building Stockholm, is we saw this inefficiency and created a method for making it more efficient. And so far we've built our pilot farm. We actually just put in an order this morning to start building our next farm. We have 2 employees. We're hoping to get that up by 20 next year. Yeah, so it's really exciting. It's really exciting work. I am just a board member, so I don't deal as much in the day-to-day work. My day-to-day is pretty much completely dedicated to Ichosia, but it's really exciting work. It's another thing that I absolutely love to do.